afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, ImperialDane, Master Propaganda, Hero Psych, Defender of the Fatherland, of Theatre 1 vs 1, on the newly released map, Khan. Yes, indeed, newly released, part of the patch there with the 6 new maps in it. Just so there's no confusion like when we showed off Westwall. In the north, we got ImperialDane himself fighting for the Wehrmacht, Deutschland, and the 111th Panzer Brigade, versus in the south, we got Findeed, fighting for America and freedom. For the 5th Infantry Division, holding the lines as the Germans push forward. We've got encirclement, mobile defense, and elite troops here, with bulletins for stormtroopers, Stooks, and machine guns, versus infantry, heavy cavalry, and airborne company with bulletins for grenades and infantry. Rapid reaction heading westwards here pretty sharply, whereas for me it's about heading eastwards here towards the fuel point there. So basically both sides are rushing for the respective fuel points. MD42 Grenadiers start here from me, over what I think sort of is the more reliable start versus the Americans in most cases. And Findeed, of course, is just going for a bunch of riflemen so far. Moving down here, sort of more the back paths of Khan, whereas the Grenadier squad coming up here through one of the northern largest squares of Khan. There's also this one here, which is reasonably big, though it's a bit more sort of, well, I would say sort of cut off in a sense compared to the other one. Also, an neat thing to note about this map is you can actually use some of the ruins to fight from. Sort of there's small pathways here and there, and you can sort of fight from some of the ruins. I think that's a sort of a neat little trick there that Monolith Bacon, the one who made the map, pulled off there. So that's actually quite nice. Grabbing points here, rifle moving up there still. Second Grenadier squad arriving there for Germany. I'm just sort of continuing downwards here. Grabbing points. MD42 following up in the wake of the Grenadiers. Apparently I managed to distract you a bit, then make him forget building a unit. Grenadiers setting out. Moving for the victory point there. Grenadier squad with MD42 moving up here. Going to sort of converge my forces before then moving towards the centre victory point for that matter. Grabbing the fuel point. He's doing the same up here so far. We're several minutes into the game, but there's yet to be an engagement. I mean, Khan is a pretty big map when you think about it. But it also gives room for a lot of manoeuvre and the likes. They're using the MD42 and the ruins a bit, sort of try and set up a bit there. I'm expecting the assault to come from here, when in reality it's going to be attacking through here, though mostly, but I think by accident. Rifling towards the centre victory point here. Now the MD42 arriving there, so 2 Grenadiers to MD42s, then into Tier 2. Occasionally you might go for a mortar if you get a mortar on the way, though for Findeed. Pioneers is on the rifleman. Grenadiers saying northwards there, MD42 might want to reposition there. More riflemen creeping through here. Grenadiers remaining on here to basically cover up there. Slightly spotting here the rifleman with the Pioneers. MD42 being repositioned. Grenadiers engaging Grenadiers. Then we got the MD42 moving through here. Riflemen seeing up there, just kind of trying to get behind my positions here by the southern victory point. And there you go, riflemen kind of down here. Pioneers, MD42 opening up there. Go suppress them pretty quickly. Grenadiers engaging the reactions out in the open. And up here, the MD42 sitting up here by the northern gates here. And opening up the riflemen right there, suppressing them out in the open. So I was saying there's suddenly a bit of a harsh engagement there for Findeed. And he's already got 2 squads retreating here. We got riflemen up here. MD42 needs to shift right to deal with that. And the centre reaction there taking further fire. Rushing with both Pioneers and Grenadiers to just quickly push them back. Mortar arriving here for Findeed, sitting up here by the southern road on the southern square, western square. Riflemen pushed back here by the Grenadiers. Mortar fire here. Almost got the reactions there. And there you go, wipes them. So first engagement worked out pretty well for me. First big engagement, in fact. Was also the first engagement, really, with 2 riflemen sent running and a reaction squad wiped out with no casualties for me, except, well, poor Ludwig died. So that is what you'd call a reasonably sort of good engagement, trying to push forward here, but it's already beginning to pull back. The mortar realising I'm probably going to try and rush that one down with some infantry, so sharp response there from Findeed. Rifleman handling back here behind some rubble. Grenadiers opening up the mortar there, spotting up. We've got more riflemen moving up here. No MD42 nearby, though. I've had a bit too further back there. I could have tried keeping pace here and moved the MD42 up there, but in this case, with the mortar nearby, I felt it wasn't quite worth it. Grenadiers moving up here, riflemen under fire. Going here for elite troops, which I personally think is sort of the best doctrine versus the Americans at the moment. Rifleman easily dodged by Findeed. Sharp work there. Rifleman occupying the house here. Alternate a Telemine there, since I'm rather expecting him to rush for a soup. But in reality, he's gone for Lieutenant. He's rushing at an M20. A surprise move there by Findeed. Of course, an M20 Telemine is still going to be able to stop that. MD42 remaining here. They're going to be overall forced retreat, meaning I've only got MD42s manning the front lines at the moment. This one's been not well set up there, actually. I mean, it covers through here, but not, through here at all, so that's less good. The MD42 falling back, and these need to retreat as well, but note, I'm taking a slightly longer approach with them to ensure they don't run into any Americans, and there you go. Rather than flanking in the MD42, that's going to be retreat. Like to make a nice company up. These Pioneers reinforcing, and there'll probably be some G43s involved soon enough. 2-2 on the way there. In the south, Rifleman pushing forwards with the Lieutenant going before opening up behind some of the rubble by the southern victory point, and quickly suppressing the Rifleman there with heavy bursts of fire. Rifleman securing the centre, Pioneers moving through the northern point, and there we go, more Grenadiers Pioneers out. 2-2 slowly rolling out, and there we go, Lieutenant flanking about the MD42 in this case. They tried to set up in time, but not enough time to do so, and the US ends up retreating. M20 out here for Findeed and the 5th Infantry. Grenadiers Pioneer tank from the north here, veterans one for the Grenadiers. Continue to move through the north here, we got Rifle moving up there. 2-2 out for Germany. And right there he hits the Telemine laid down. The M20 gets knocked out. Mortar bazooka drop there, Mortar flying a bit about here and there. Grenadiers trying to sneak through here, going to try and hit the mortar. And up north here, Pioneers being pushed back with Rifleman, not working out here in the south, going for the cover on there with Lieutenant. Nice work there by Findeed, but we already got the 2-2 on work with that. MD42 sitting up here. There we go, Grenadiers attacking the mortar, rushing for the house, but the Rifleman will make it before that. Lieutenant is flanking the MD42. In this case, I'm expecting the 2-2 to somehow be able to do it before the Lieutenant wipes the MD42. That's going to turn out to be a not too well decided decision. Here comes this Rifleman almost wipes them out. They're in fact low on health. Concussive grenade almost hit the trick. And there go, wipes the Rifle squad there. MD42 gets wiped, but overall in that department, I'm sort of ahead there of Indeed again with the rest of the squad, and now Rifle squad there wiped out. Grenadiers occupying the house here, though, of course, they are low on health, and they need to retreat themselves very soon. Otherwise, any wipes there against Findeed will have less impact. He's retreating Rifle squad there as well. 2-2 getting stuck in a few craters. Need to get the MD42 back. And I'm actually going for a half check here, partly due to the sheer size of, Khan, simply because I can then rush my troops faster about there, but of course I can also reinforce on the battlefield again, ultimately have less time to sort of be spent retreating. Plus, I know he went for the Lieutenant and all that, meaning he's not going to be quickly able to bring out a suit or anything like that, which can easily counter my half track. So in that regard, a half track here could be a quite useful investment. Right there with the bazooka getting glass hit by a lot of machine guns. I'm not moving any of the units, including the Pioneers, because I'm basically expecting the half track to be able to reinforce them at the front line. Also, I've forgotten about the cutoff point here, which again he has cut off, so I'm actually not been getting a lot of fuel for some time there. So that's definitely a bit of a mistake there by me. I got too caught up in everything else. So that's a definite victory there for Findeed, who on the other hand has had an interrupted fuel flow. So yeah, he's been able to sort of successfully harass me in that department because again, I've been too focused on other matters. 2-2 here, trying again to deal with the mortar. We got Rifleman Lieutenant moving up there, pushing back the 2-2-2. Units here good to go. And I'm popping in the MD42 in the half to quickly shift away to another position. Give me a bit more sort of reactive ability. Grenadiers being quick with G43s. Some Panzer Grenadiers might also be a nice idea. Moving towards the centre victory point. Half moving up there as well. Forwards. With 2-2-2 in support. And there you go. Finally realised I need to get back the cut-off point. Silly me. Captain has arrived here for DD's quick trip with bazookas. And up here, nothing further going on. No tech up. We've got Panzer Grenadiers there. Again, fuel-wise, I have been quite behind because, again, I completely forgot about that cut-off point. Captaining about there. Vehicles responding against a fresh attack here, leaving the Pioneers a bit exposed here where there's a captain. Rifleman under fire from the MD42 by the gates. Grenadiers opening up, pulling them back towards the half-tech for reinforcements. More Pioneers moving up there towards the west. Actually, that's Grenadiers here by the fuel point, actually, so they're not quite so defenseless. Captain shooting there, doing some damage. MD4 set up here, Grenadiers still sticking close to the half track. And we got the Panzer Grenadiers up. We also got the Mortiers still firing from south of the west square. Mortified then ending close to the half track. The Captain there being suppressed by the MD42. And there you go, Grenadiers pushing forwards. Riflemen moving about there with their bazooka. Machine gun position being bombarded. Pioneers to fix the 2-2. There you go, Grenadiers moving ahead with support by the half track. Rangers out there for Findeed. Grenadiers are not able to do much. In this case, the riflemen just tear the Grenadiers apart, and the half-track wasn't close enough, and there weren't any supporting units nearby either. We got Rifleman, or the Lieutenant actually flanking behind here. Nice work there. That's going to require some other elements. Rifleman being suppressed there. Half-track still remaining here. They're going before too far on the Rifleman there as they try to flank about here. Lieutenant creeping about there. Panzer Grenadiers moving up as well against the Lieutenant. A lot of action going on here. Lieutenant now trying to move through here, but there's still the MG42 waiting right around the corner. And there you go, right into point blank fire there, and the Lieutenant is pushed back. Panzer Grenadier 222 moving through the centre here. Going to try and rush the 222, or the mortar, since I'm figuring he's got nothing screening that directly. Over here, the Pioneers have forgotten. I could consider mining off that spot there was mess mines, but there you go, mortar pushed away here. Mortar fire then infiltrating the Pioneers, but again, that can be easily rectified with a half-track reinforcing. Panzer Grenadier taking up position in the house and opening up there on the exposed captain and rifleman. Grenadiers moving ahead here, got both fuel points now. No tag up still though from me. Instead we got a Pack 40 on the way, and some worried about armour from him. Though interesting enough to note, Findeed has yet to go any of that. It's not gone for a Stuart, though of course he's not had a lot of resource for that at the moment. Captain Rifleman falling back here. Needs to respond to the Rashman in the west. Rain just leading the way through the mud and the rain. And there's actually a bit of rain on this map actually here. MG4 sitting up here in the west square north part. 222 moving eastwards for Pioneer support, and Panzer Grenadiers getting ready to jump into the half track to then swiftly moved over here towards the west to deal with units there. Pack 40 moving as well, and we finally got tech up there for the 111th Panzer Brigade, one of the second, if not third, waves of that the Panzer Brigade sort of concept. As the Panzer Brigade sort of became more and more, though, they began running out of resources, so they sort of became less and less well equipped in a sense, though they got in some cases more broader equipment actually. Though less Panthers, Yak Panzers, and less assault rifles. But Captain Ebbings suppressed here by the MG42. Panzer Grenadier versus the Rangers out in the open with support from the half-track. He's rushing forward here, taking heavy fire there from all of that, and is quickly forced to retreat here. Grenadiers following up support as well here. Cap Rifle moving up there. As soon as I pop in there, of course, he hits, so you have to pop them out again to deal with that. Down here, Rifle being held up there. We got a pack out away there for Findeed. There you go, Panzer Grenadier here trying to rush the Rifleman. Need to be a bit careful about that. But of course, at the same time, with a half-track nearby, it can still easily reinforce them if need be, and it can quickly move them towards elsewhere. Lieutenant flanking through here, still having in mind that spot there. Again, that's definitely something could benefit from. In the centre, Rifle being suppressed here by the MG42. And again, back in the half-track, could capture the fuel point here. And so Paul McCall going up there for the 111th. For the 5th Infantry, it's still sort of a bit of a struggle here, though again, he is making some good flanks here and there. 222 needs to roll back. Rifle being suppressed. Lieutenant pushing forward down the MG42 of 222 fire. Pack 40 there covering the centre as well, and MG42 being pushed back. Half-track running towards the centre again, allowing me to swiftly move from point to point to react there to whatever Findeed is doing, or push my own attack. So in that sense again, the half-track is proving quite handy. There you go, too quickly pushing out, though of course out in the open there's a bit exposed to the Lieutenant, but overall should have the advantage. Taking losses there, here grabbing the point here with the Pioneers. Pulling up behind some cover. Grenadiers Rifle grenading, and he doesn't move, suffering a few losses there, but overall no huge wipes. Captain flanking from the other side. Panzer Grenadiers quick to respond. Half-track pulling back, taking hits there, and Captain suffering minor losses. But he now has a pack cards as well here. The 5th Infantry bringing up more artillery, in this case having something purloined perhaps from airborne units or a mountain infantry division. Wasn't too uncommon for some of Patton's men to somehow forcefully route supplies towards him so he can keep pushing, which rather did not earn him a lot of friends. Almost got wiped there by the pack howitzer there, the Panzer Grenadiers. Rather nasty work there. Rifleman range getting ready to flank through here into the west. Not quite set up to deal with that. We got a single Grenadier squad in poor condition. And Grenadiers again trying to rush the mortar down. But again, he quickly pulls back here. Gaining victory too. Grenadiers just need to retreat before they get wiped by the Rangers. So Paul McCall can soon get out something there. Pioneer standing about here again. Could consider S-mine fields. I mean, he's got reasons now with minesweepers. Probably realising after losing that M20 Mark 1, some alternating a mine there. Moving in here, huge smoke cloud pops up there. Half-track escapes, also carrying the MG42. Pack 40 though, less safe. Second MG4 setting up here to try and block any movement against the half-track. And we got the 222 moving up with Pioneer support. Troops reinforcing here. And rather than being suppressed by the MG42, Grenadiers doing what they can. A lot of pressure here and there. And 222 moving in as well. Can soon go here for an Osman, which is what I'm more thinking here initially, since he's got a lot of infantry. There's not so much armor here, so in that regard, while it can of course work versus infantry, the sheer infantry presence here from Findeed rather makes me more think an Osman here could be helpful. Pioneers pushed back here by Riflemen. Rangers versus 222 and Grenadiers, pushing out into the open, past the cover. Goddamn, Earl, if we're going to die, we're going to take as many crowds with us as possible. But ends up, not quite doing as much as he wanted to. Meanwhile, Cap pushing through here. Grenadiers, Panzer Grenadier pushing forwards. MD42 shifting out support here as well. After external repair, Rangers they're getting suppressed. Veteran 2 and the 222. At the same time, we got Rifle flanking from the other side. MD4 needs to deal with that, plus the half-track. Half-track needs to pull back, in fact. Opening up those machine guns. MD42 setting up here. Osman on the way there. Flak Panzer Captain there being suppressed. Oh, Captain check there with Panzer Grenadiers. Rifle being pushed back there by the MD42. Half-track there. Low on health still. Close to Veterans 1. Lieutenant pushing forwards here. Captain moving forwards. Panzer still coming here from the corner. And there you go. Concussive grenade on the Lieutenant. Suppressing him and stunning them overall there. Captain taking fire. Indeed, slowly but surely pushing back against the Germans. Ostman Flak Panzer almost there for the Panzer Brigade. Panzer Grenadier pushing forwards there against the Captain, gaining virtually 2 and a notable boost to their damage per second there, the DPS. Half-tech almost good to go. Panzer Grenadier pushing through here. And pushing back here towards the west as well. Ostman almost done. And there we go. Flak Panzer arrives here to support the Panzer Brigade. Concussive grenade here, which is not... Oh, that's actually a bomb grenade. Either way, Nazi dogs here again, trying to get those mortars, silence the artillery just a bit here. Almost getting here, but of course still got the rifle opening at the Panzer Grenadiers, and they will need to retreat soon enough. Oh, in the west, Grenadiers push through, pushing back the Rearson squad. Back for him. We actually got take up here for Findeed. He's aiming for armor himself, which is a good decision, I think. Trying to wait for a Pershing would, I think, prove quite decisively bad. Half-track repaired, and quickly shifting troops into it, plus machine guns, so again, I can sort of form a mobile reinforcement group or combat group. Flak Panzer moving ahead there, with its 37mm flak. You know, Jürgen, I kind of wish this thing wasn't open top right now. I'm wet. Really wet. Scheiße. At least we got these cool leather jackets, but you know, this sucks. Rather than being suppressed by the MD42, Flak Panzer moving about there. We got Pioneers moving westwards there. Panzer Grenadier here reinforcing. And there you go, Osman's up on the Rangers, push them away. Crashing through the ruins. Opening up close there, plus the half-track filled with MG crews and Grenadiers. Rangers there taking staggering casualties from the Flak Panzers. And here in the centre, Captain pushing through there. Mort here on the east, fire on the eastern square, and here in the west. Pioneers being pushed back. We've got a Grenadier squad here, but that's all has to fall back due to the sheer presence there of the Lieutenant. Here, Rifleman being pushed back by MD42. Grenadier and Flak Panzer fire again. The half-tracks works reasonably well there again, allowing me to swiftly shift troops about here wherever needed on the front line. Pack howitzer firing from West Square, mortar here coming from nearby, and we got the Osman there with Grenadier support rushing towards it, trying to get those bastards. Finally get them, hopefully. Still some time off there for any armor for Findeed. Pack howitzer, they're getting blasted by the Osman. Almost got it. And in the east, Rearson's being held here by the MD42. Half-track moved up with the Grenadier squad to support there if need be. We got Major, we got Captain, we got Rifle Rangers, everything, and he's got a lot of bazookas up here, which definitely poses quite a threat to my vehicle, so I quickly realise I have to get the hell out of here. In this case, 2-2 pops a smoke screen, trying to corrupt both it and the Osman's retreat here. Grenadiers, half-tracks quickly break off as well. As Findeed unleashes one hell of a human wave assault, the 2-2 goes down. Osman there. Misclick there by me or something. Oh, I need to pull back. Another smoke screen there. In the east, the aviation are getting blasted by the MD42. And Grenadiers seemingly have been forgotten. Bring up a Stug in this case because, you know, I'm getting a bit worried about armour, so I'm going to bring up for support. Plus, of course, it can still be reasonable help for us infantry. A bit with its range, I suppose, as well. Rangers moving up here. Grenadiers need to retreat. Scheiße. And back here, Findeed healing, reinforcing as he now pushes from the west towards the centre here. And I'm just sort of falling back for, well, most of the front line here, except in the south where I've still got a strong presence. Good by the way, move the half-track down to the ME42 to reinforce it there. And medic bunker up here to help heal my troops. Stug on the way. falling back here towards the eastern square, as the centre has become too dangerous, and basically all of my infantry is basically back at base, waiting for the medics. Stuk mobilised from the Panzer Brigade. And here, rather than being suppressed by the MD-42, though, I need to retreat that MD-42 again. I failed to reinforce it with my half-track, so there we go. Punished with a mortar wipe there. Half-track waiting with a Stuk here, though. And there you go. Medic bunker finally up. Can heal some troops. Get them ready. MD-42s fall back here, sitting up in the small concrete trench here. Findeed pushing across the front line here. MD-42 there left behind. Can't quite get to it in time. Ostend being rushed out. Grenadiers still reinforcing. Panzer Grenadier advancing for Germany. And there you go. Secures the MD-42 down here. We got Rangers versus the MD-42. Laying down the smoke screen on the trench there with MD-42's hiding. Good work there. West here. Panzer Grenadier versus Captain. Captain rushes into the house here. Trying to flush out the grenade. Close in, but this didn't quite work out there. And down here, Ostend slightly engaging the Americans, so Stuk fires in as well. And there you go, MD-42 flanked by the Rangers, they just burst through. Half-track not really doing much, should probably stuff some troops in it and then sort of again shift them about. In the West, Panzer going to send the Captain running, the Major next as well. And there we go, Rangers very quickly sent running from the Ostwind. Landing a few kills there. Panzer going to move against the Major here in the West, quickly pushing them back and gaining veteran defeat in the process, with more Panzer Grenadiers on the way. And Findeed finally able to bring up some on there, going for the Sherman. He could, of course, lay down a fuel cache to help offset things a bit, but as of course, a bit too late now. Grenadiers move towards the centre. Ostwind moving up here, rifleman under fire here. Could use the Ostwind to flank in. Mortar fire, pack howitzer fire here. Pack howitzer fire, of course, recruit. Ostwind engaging here, resistance in the south. Pushing through here, swung through. We got the infantry sitting up there in the west square. Up north here, Panzer going to need to retreat before they get wiped here with Lieutenant. In fact, looks like they will be. Bit of waste there by me, to be honest. There you go, annihilated. A huge loss there for Germany. Almost got the infantry. The Ostwind moves up. Of course, need to be careful. We got Rangers and the Captain here, loaded with bazookas. Ostwind pulls back here, gets a few hits. Grenadiers supporting there from the western square, getting off some hits as well. Ostwind they consider to pull back. There you go, bazooka drop by the Rangers. Good job there by Findeed, by actually upgrading his Rangers besides the Thompson with an extra weapon, since you can actually do that. Up north here, we've got Lieutenant flanking in, but that's quickly being stopped here by the Panzer Grenadiers and the Ostwind. Well, back and forth action there. We go. Got the Sherman out there for Findeed and the 5th Infantry. 50 caliber machine gun on the way. Flak Panzer could do with some repairs, and Stuk here could do with an upgrade, and the half track is, where is it actually? Ah, it's also in the western or eastern square. Stormtroopers arriving here, coinciding with Grenadiers arriving here by the western road. Concussive grenade on the rifle does, well, it actually managed to hit them, allowing the Grenadiers to get some good hits there. Could force Findeed to retreat. But it's time here for the mid-game analysis. In terms of damage, we wish them close to each other. Kills-wise, I am ahead. No too big surprises there due to the larger reliance on MD-42s from a certain extent there. But also some of those early wipes, I suppose, also gave me a bit of an edge there. In terms of army value, though, reasonably close nonetheless, despite some of those wipes. And again, he's sort of been able to keep pace. In fact, now he's ahead of me there by the end. Resource float-wise, not a lot floating by both. We're sort of able to both sort of keep sharp control of economies and just sort of push for any advantage you can in terms of points held. Is a bit more back and forth. They're sort of more now swinging towards more equality there between the two sides. I've sort of roughly got 50-50 there. Currently for Findeed, I mean, he's got a lot of troops here, but he needs to try and invest it into something else. That's sort of the problem. He's now got a sort of vast infantry force, which can lead to a lot of manpower bleed, which might then make, of course, struggle to get out other things. One thing I think Findeed here should consider maybe some fuel cache again, sort of ensure, you know, he can get more fuel out despite the initial, well, sort of mid-game-ish sort of issues with the fuel. Sort of early to mid-game, I think there again we're sort of able to get control of both fuel points, negating whatever harassment going against me, and that way, you know, push ahead of him, and that's something that Findeed needs to look into. Otherwise, he might risk, falling quite far behind. So a few fuel caches would do him quite nicely. Some extra Browning automatics, whenever men he can manage, I think would also benefit Findeed quite well. And that fact looks like he's upgrading here and there. They should also, I think, consider some mines with his rifleman. He's got the options there for mines. He's just not quite utilizing. And another thing as well, for considering the map, he might be actually some 50 caliber machine guns to support his men there. For example, occupy a few sort of good houses, and that way make things rather miserable for me with them, or at least just lock down some roads. I mean, that could make it a lot hard for me to just move about freely with some of my infantry, plus make it hard for me to use my half track. So that could be an idea there for Findeed to consider investing in. But otherwise, he needs to consider some larger scale attacks through here and sort of try to hit into the Eastern Square from there, or perhaps try and take a route from here and then hit into the Eastern Square from there. Because, the Eastern Square to an extent is basically sort of my spare point. It's where I basically operate from. All operations happen from all attacks, push through here, there, generally tends to happen from here. And again, it's also where I got a lot of my key units waiting in reserve. So, any sort of attempt to gain that could prove quite vital for him. As for him to go straight for the Pershing, he could do it, but again, I think that would require fuel cache to really make it work. Otherwise, I think it would have a few too many risks there for Findeed. Longer term, that is. As for me, overall, keeping up the pressure, I need to remember I've got a half-track use that, can use it to give my troops further mobility against Findeed, allow me to gain local superiority wherever I need it against Findeed, overwhelm him, and then quickly react to different things before then pushing forwards for Germany. Otherwise, a Panzer IV next, I think, would be quite a good choice. Again, there's more armor on the field. Of course, I could just go for more Stugs. Again, on a map like this, Panzers can also have their worth due to these sort of more narrow confines here. And then again, it's not like he's still got a lot of armor, so the Panzer IV would be sort of a nice middle ground. In theory, I could try and take out and play straight for the Panthers, but in the current situation, that would be a bit more risky, and certainly would require me getting up some fuel caches. But it is a possibility I could actually play for it. Or some more mines here and then, particularly some mines around here to cover that up good. Or I could consider machine gun bunker to try and slow down my opponent there. And I'll actually just try and keep knocking out his artillery, which is definitely giving me quite a bit of grief. So let's return to the fight and see what happens here. Right, they're being pushed back. We've got the Shun moving up. They're 50 caliber ready. High explosives ready as well. Loaded. Misses though. Nice shooting there, Joe. Gets a kill there on the Grenadiers. Machine guns rolling down. Another one. Stug moving up here to support. Churn moves ahead. And Stug turns, shoots, misses. Knocks over some kind of post. Yeah, nice shooting there, Fritz. That looked really American with all those German posters on it. Nice shooting. Rears under fire from the Panzer Grenadiers. Cap moving up here as well. Ruins further collapsed there as the German crashed into it. Osman go out here to support the eastern side. They're going to range pushing through the centre. Stug still not upgraded. Going to set Pioneers left to deal here with the Rangers as they push forward. Need to get the Osman to the half track up there. Set the Osman's occupied here in the east with Rifleneck crossing forwards there, gaining veterans who won with Panzer Grenadier support here, opening up close and getting one kill. They're pushing the rest back. In the west here we got MD42 with Stormtroopers pushing forwards here. Bit risky there by me, to be honest. Using MD42 like that. Bazooka dropped here, and Jürgen is now designated Bazooka Man. In the centre here we got Captain Lieutenant pushing forwards here. Grenadiers stooping with the can. Still not great there, Martin to get the Osprey here. At least the half check up to again support a bit with his machine gun. Back here, Grenadiers need to reinforce as well. Grierson's moving up here under fire there from the Osprint. Also a mine there, by the way, but he's not dealing with that.
Enemy is taking our territory.
Osprint, any repairs, Pioneers moving up there. They're going to get wiped there. That could have been handled a bit better on me. Half-track doing what it can, getting another kill there for the fatherland. Findeed certainly striking a lot more confidently out now. Stormtroopers are being equipped with the Sturmgewehr, need to fall into cover. They've got a Panzer IV there on the way as well for the Panzer Brigade. In the south, the victory point being secured. We got the Shun moving out. Panzers need to be careful up here in the centre. Lieutenant moving out there. Half-track under fire. Need to get the Stug over here as well. Osman under fire there from the captain. Pack 40 firing. Shaman close to the Telemann, but not quite close enough. Another hit there down to half health. Smoke screen down. Stug moving in. Pack about to get wiped out. There, Shun falling back. Panzer Grenadiers awfully close. There he goes. Shoots. Hits a bloody wall instead. Pack 40 there recruit. Half-track needs to pull back. Close eventually too, though. Stormtroopers Grenadiers heading out. Osman being fixed up. Stug just trying to draw about here. But now Findeed is definitely surging back here. He's now the one with the larger population here. Even with the tank being fixed up, I mean, again, it doesn't quite count. Some nasty losses there against me. I extended a bit too far, I think, at some points. But also, of course, obviously, Findeed just makes some good attacks here and there. There you go, Robin going gates here by Grenadiers and Stormtroopers being pushed back. Pack 40 re-wiped. Sherman setting out there. Stug is not quite there. Half-track still needed some repairs, though it is close now to Veterancy 2. Has still done its bit for the fatherland. MD4 troop coming in the central road. Western victory point being taken by the 5th Infantry. Stug's still good to go. It's actually gotten 4 infantry kills, and that's in without a machine gun. That's not exactly half bad for Stug. Grenadiers there for some reason vaulting over there into the cover. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Might have been a misclick from me. Can be sometimes difficult to sort of land properly on cover, and you still accidentally sort of give them an order to vault there. Stug on the fire there. We got the Panther 4 ready. Those Stormtroopers covering here, grabbing the victory point. MD4 trying to flank in here, but quickly decides that's a pretty bad idea. Osprey moving up here. Halfway to victory 2, 13 kills for the fatherland. Panzer Grenadiers reinforcing. Findeed here continuing to push through the western side as well there. Stormtrooper need to be careful. Panther 4 turns its gun on the rifle, misses. Artillery fire all over the place. Austin moving up here, going to try and clear the main road here of the captain with its 37mm gun, but instead hits a lot of ruins in the south. Victory point secured by the major. Captain active push back here. And up here, Stormtroopers with Panther 4 support pushes back the rifleman. Some close quarters fighting here across Khan. MD4 they're getting blasted, but of course, thanks to the half-track, I can immediately reinforce. Again, the half-track just continues to prove its worth. I still wish it was a bit better, since compared to other half-tracks, it just doesn't quite fully sort of do its job. And I mean, again, at the moment, you might as well just, have it be an open blitz, because again, it doesn't quite do its job in that sense. After it's getting knocked out there in the end, bit of a sad loss there. But there you go, Osman to the rescue. There we go, gains 52, wipes out the rear slants. Captain there taking heavy losses as well there. Sherman sets out. Panther 4 supporting some Panther Grenadiers pushing westwards. In the south, we've got Sherman going for the Osman. Pack 4 needs to turn about here. Osman getting several hits on the Sherman. Sharp move there by Findeed, laying down a smoke screen on the Pack 40. Another smoke screen from the Osman. Needs to get the Stug up there, or the Panther 4. Both rolling in there. Sherman needs to get out. Then there you go, quickly navigates the streets of the map here to quickly get out of there. Sharp maneuvering there by Findeed. And the Sherman here should be able to escape unless he makes a miss move there. Fuel upon them to go up on the major. There you go. Stug lands hit on the Sherman. Sherman tries to get away there. He can actually lay down another smoke here with the off smoke off map smoke pouch. Use it around here, then just continue beelining for his own base. Mortar fire towards the centre. Grenadiers got wiped here, but I don't know what happened. I'm guessing there was some kind of mistake or misclick on me, but basically they were supposed to split up. For some reason, they just bunched up on the victory point. Lost one squad, and the other one sort of barely survived there. Quite frustrating. I don't know what exactly happened, but clearly I could have done something better. Panther 4, they're taking hits from Bazookas. Bazooka got the Sherman. He probably should have tried to lay down a smoke screen there again, using this one to just cover out there. Or could have tried using some infantry about early on with combined arms. Alway Major in a bit of trouble. Osman being up supported to help deal with the advancing infantry force there from Findeed and the 5th Infantry. Osman there moving up. High rate of fire. And a lot of armour here in dire need repairs. Pioneers Pack 40 covering the eastern square, rifling towards it. Infantry moving out there. Lost the Panzer Grenadier squad. Need to retreat the Pioneers here. Osman are trying to do what they can to cover. Panther 4 joining in there. Go another kill for the fatherland. And Rangers sent running. Findeed here now quite in control of the map there. He's still got a bit of a lead there. He has suffered some loss. Again, losing that Sherman did hurt. But he is closing in on the Pershing, so that, of course, is probably what he's aiming for here now, with an anti-tank gun on the way. More Stormtroopers, simply just so they can grab the victory point and sort of push faster with infantry. And of course, later on the assault rifles, in which case they'll sort of work better sort of on them infantry to come back with if you're on the back foot. Certainly better with the Panzer than the Panzer Grenadiers at this stage, but again, he's got a lot more veteran infantry in that regard. Again, that's why, like Stormtroopers, late game, tactical advantage just does allow them to sort of get back on the field better than just or raw Panzer Grenadiers. So that's sort of, the primary reason there, for those wondering. But repairing the Osprey there, that's certainly proving reasonably helpful there. Stormtroopers Grenadiers moving westwards there, trying to slow down his own fuel income there to don't get out-armoured too badly in that regard. I can still sort of try and maintain my fuel advantage, well, armour advantage versus Findeed.
A capture point is being overrun.
Captain under fire there. Mortar pack out to repositioning, anti-tank nearby as well. We've still got MG42 here. And MG42 set up here, marked to set up for a better position here. There we go. Mortar gates here, but the Stormtroopers tactical advance wiping out. Finally got it. We've got Rangers and the Major up here, meaning I can't stay around here for much longer. Quick grenade here. That didn't quite work out. Got the Major, but not the Rangers. Just keep pushing forwards.
New units are ready to deploy.
Pack 4 needs to get out of there. Oswin good to go, so I can use that to at least keep his infantry a bit in check. And up here, full assault here with the Rifleman and the Lieutenant. We got the Oswins here, Vet G2 firing away. Lieutenant suppressed as well. And there you go, Rangers moving up against the Grenadiers. Oswin pushes in there, gets a kill. And there you go, anti-tank strikes from the eastern victory point here in the west. Grenadiers being pushed back here by the Rangers. Stormtroopers also quick retreating here, going for another Panther 4 here. Since at this point, I think I need whatever I can get. And again, the primary threat to an extent is still infantry, but of course, I want to be ready for a Pershing. So in that regard, 2 Panther 4s here can work out quite nicely. Fixing up the Oswin there. Panther 4 almost done, Grenadiers reinforcing, and there you go. Panzer Kampfwagen 4 arriving. Anti-tank and standing about. Healing reinforcement going on there. Close, both quite far from getting another pair of assault rifles down those chaps. 5th Infantry dug in throughout here. Though again, actually not really. I mean, he hasn't really done much to use the Rifleman defensive structures ability. There's been no finding positions, no mines, no sandbags, so nothing there from Findeed. When he's actually got a nice check of the map there. So again, that's something he could have improved upon a bit. Also with the Panther Force moving down here, supporting the Stormtroopers and the Pioneers. Nope, well, I'm working them together. I'm not just sending ahead one Panther 4, I'm sending in both. As Guderian, said, you don't strike with an open hand, you strike with a fist. And that's basically what I'm trying to do with my Panther 4s. I'm basically using them like a fist. Grenadier Stormtroopers as Captain and Rangers in the west. Panther 4 going in here. And basically, I'm trying to get the anti-tank gun by hitting with both Panther 4s as quickly as possible and deal with other troops. Panther 4 taking to hit their Stormtroopers about support rather than getting blasted by the Osprey, which is closing in and halfway to Veteran 3. Pershing out though here for Findeed. Rather than getting slaughtered by the Panther 4 who now need to get away. Stormtroopers doing what they can support here. A lot of finding up here though. Rangers can't be able to push back the Stormtroopers and the Grenadiers need to rush up the Osprey there, and the Panther 4 needs to get away somehow. Pops a smoke screen, and looks like Findeed perhaps gets a bit more cautious. Ultimately down the Stuke here to keep the Pershing bit away. Still got the Stormtroopers hiding here. And up north here, got the Captain and Rangers flanking from behind. Got the infantry sitting up. They've got the Osprey moving in as well here, trying to break up his counter-attack. And successfully does so. Bit close there, but nice flank off Indeed. Pershing moving back. It seems like it's having some pathing issues, or I don't know what's going on there. But the Panther 4s actually get away. Particularly the one with the damaged engine. Still doing what he can there to push back the Pershing, threatening it with his 75mm Sturmkanone, or Stuck. I still got the MG42 though, which I haven't dealt with. But Osprey strikes like a Teutonic Avenger. 28 kills there for the fatherland. Pershing moving up there. Panzers in dire repairs. Pioneers being rushed forwards here. Pack 40 set up, but that's in a terrible condition. There we go. Osprey just dealing here with a mortar, trying to silence it again. Almost succeeds. Almost. Grenadiers bring up the Stormtroopers, grabbing the centre victory point. Almost reinforced, but I moved the weight a bit too fast. Pershing moving ahead. Moving up the stoop there. Osprey needs to fall back here. Stormtroopers getting blasted there by the 90mm high velocity gun. And then to tank gun has been recruited by Findeed's plucky troops and pull back. Rifle moving up here, and they're going engaged by the Stormtroopers. Quickly move in there, and there you go. Tactical advance, cutting them down out in the open. Leaving this road stained with blood. And then takes a hit from the pack cards, which almost takes it out. Halfway to Victory 2 there with Sturmgeschütz.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
Going to get to a point there. He's actually managed to train away. Had initially a good lead, but now that has quickly been turned to a lead for him. With more Stormtroopers running again, just to simply push for the victory point there. Lieutenant moving up against the Grenadiers. Do great support if need be. They've of course got the Ostwind here. Storms are engaged for right ranges, but we got here the Panther 4 ready to support. Storms, there go Grenade as well, stands the map. And there you go, Ostwind strikes again. Pershing ready here. He's coming up, Stu taking fire from the machine guns and the artillery. Here we got Stormtroopers, the captain got the Ostwind though, catching the captain out in the open. Firing down pretty rapidly. And the captain is too focused here, but there you go, switches targets, but by then it's too late and he's forced to retreat. Pershing moving, engaging the Stu, going for the Ostwind there. In the south, we got smoke being laid down. No, he's actually laying down smoke in the square to deny my Ostwind support from the Stug. Not a bad move there, but still shoots. Ostwind's got the Ostwind. Moving up the Panther Force here to engage the Pershing. MD-42 still coming from the eastern or the western square. Stu, there we go, takes hits, but almost gets the Pershing. Still no target weak point there from me, but there you go, Panther Force arriving, there you go. Stu gets the main gun knocked out, and there we go, the Pershing is destroyed. Lieutenant moving out there, Pioneer's being pushed back.
Supply line just got cut off.
Stu rolling back for repairs, Panther Force moving towards here to clear out their other elements. In fact, I'm getting pretty confident here with the destruction of the Pershing. Of course, we need to care if that doesn't turn into overconfidence. Of course, while it might be a slow, insidious kill in other games, here it's a pretty quick one. And a pretty brutal one if you get too confident. Lieutenant there taking hits there from the Panther Force. We've got the Ostwind up there just for extra support. It's very close, effectively. A bit risky, but in this case, I think with the Panther Force sort of able to soak up some of the damage, hopefully. It shouldn't be too bad. And there you go. Almost 53 there. Rangers pushing forward, but halted here as well. And with that basically being him sort of being sent on retreat there, I sense the opportunity is now actually to launch an attack there. Pushing forward the Panther 4s to an extent. Trying to get the artillery again. In this case, trying to tank it up with the Panther 4, and that quickly breaks that assault, at least for the time being. Stormtroopers there across the map, seizing points, particularly the victory points. Panther Force being sent here to deal with the captain there. Ostwind and Dire need to repair Stuke. They're also receiving priority repairs here. Halfway to Veteran 3 now. Still haven't added a Pindle machine gun. That's definitely a mistake by me. Definitely a mistake. Rather than being engaged by the double Panther 4. Again, I move them in pairs. They're never to be split out.
A capture point is under attack.
And going for an additional Ostwind here. Just to help deal with the infantry. And other elements. Stormtrooper trying to keep the Ravner at bay. Captain going for the carve point again. Stug fixed. Ostwind to next. Panther 4's rolling out, and we got more troops coming up here for the centre. Storms are almost getting wiped out here with the riflemen with their bazookas and BAR. We got the Panther 4 striking again. 17 kills, halfway to 22, 9 kills, not quite so close. And there you go, rifleman quick to retreat here. And Storms are trying to push forward, but get hold here by the MD-42. Next target, the captain. Two Panther 4s with machine guns and main guns. Firing down anything they got, and should be able to. They almost lost one Panther 4, but there you go. Second Panther 4 wipes the captain entirely. Up north here, Stu, so just trying to do something against the Rangers until other elements can arrive, like say an additional Ostwind. Bazooka fire there, bounces off the reinforced frontal armor to Stu, I suppose. Panther 4's pulling back for repairs, Ostwind good to go. Jackson all the way there for Findeed to help deal with the crowd tanks. And there goes Ostwind strikes in the centre, almost Veteran 3, there we go, Veteran 3 high rate of fire. Rifleman almost knocked out there by the Ostwind actually. Need to get those Pioneers to repaying those Panther forces out of the Ostwind. Ostwind's do covering the west there. Troops moving in to grab the territory there.
A capture point is being overrun. Go ahead. Stand by. You know what to do.
And another half track actually to help reinforce troops on the front line again. Help me to rush between the victory points if need be. Laying down a smoke screen there by the way on the Pack 40. And I realise what he's doing there. It's actually pretty sharp there by Findeed. He's trying to grab the anti-tank and then just use it against me. So, clever move there by Findeed, clever move. Also, just got enough room for a half tank, actually. And then I'm pretty much at full pop cap there with the arrival of the 251 Midler Schützenpanzerwagen. In the east, Stormtroopers versus Riflemen. First Panzer IV fixed up. Got the Jackson out there for Findeed. Got them all sealed in. Now he's actually laying down a smoke screen there around the centre victory point. Osman Panzer IV support here. Engaging here the Riflemen. And doing a lot of damage there thanks to the Osman there to the Riflemen. Second Panzer IV almost good to go again. Anti-tank and Jackson sitting up, the Rangers moving ahead. Osman still moving up here, didn't quite expect the Jackson. Or that anti-tank and there, so this isn't quite working out the way it anticipated. Storms with the Rangers support nonetheless. Osman almost down. Around here in the centre, pushing back the Rifleman there, still falling back. Osman though is going to go down, I fear. Got the anti-tank gun. Storms are doing a tactical advance there, cutting down as many Americans can, but there you go, MG42 opening up. Almost got the anti-tank gun there, and they'll just try and wipe it there. Opening up for a fresh push by then my Panzers. Stormtroopers though do get suppressed here, but now eventually to MG42. Jackson going in after the Stuke here. Stuke desperately trying to escape. Almost wiped the Rangers there with the Oswind. And here's Stormtrooper being engaged by the Lieutenant here in the far west. And there goes Osman rolling up through the centre, realising his Jackson is over here. I just used the Osman to distract some of the more annoying targets. Panzer IV's moving in for a fresh assault. Jackson quickly becoming the target there, and there you go. Double blitz. As the hunt goes in, there you go. Roughly wiped here by the Osman. 41 kills. Bypasses the pack howitzers, bypasses everything there. Intent on getting that. Jackson almost got it. There we go. Destroyed engine. And Osman blitzes through as well. 42 kills there. Jackson down. Tears into the Rangers up close here. Tears through the remaining elements here. Panzer IV crushes a few more. 48 kills. Ambulance down, more troops retreating back here to base, being sent to the slaughter. Both Panzer IVs now victory too.
We lost a gun crew.
50 kills. Oh, that he's pretty much dead. And all he's doing is just allowing me to wreck his base, because wrecking an American base is really annoying, so thanks, Findeed. But there you go, game over, brutal fight the Uncommon, which I do think is probably, you know, an actual urban map that is fun to play in companies too. I mean, most of the urban maps tend to get rather cramped, but through good designing, it feels quite spacious. There's a lot of routes to go through. Yet at the same time, it very much has a distinct urban feels. I mean, thumbs up there to Monolith Bacon, I think, for making an actually good urban map for companies too. I mean, quite appreciative work there. But a nasty fight here with a lot of sort of moments throughout on this, I think, also quite big map there. Actually managed to make some use of the half tracks. Panzer IVs and the Osprins actually did quite a bit there. The trick in part to using the Osprins is, remember, it shoots, it has terrible action on the move. So try and keep it still as much as possible and firing that way. Does tend to have, you know, an actual impact there. But overall, some good maneuvering here and there. Good use of the Panzer IVs, I think, in part there. Using them together was a key moment there. If indeed struggling a bit there in the early game, sort of slowly coming back there for some flanks here and there, but he just sort of struggled sort of longer term with the fuel there, and overall managed to quickly, you know, boost through with fuel there, getting both fuel points, building up a lot of armor, and that way to an extent maintaining an armor advantage that was close at several times to losing it. But Findeed never quite was able to carry it through, in part because he never really supported his tanks. They're sort of Pershing here or Sherman there, but rarely were they working together, and he didn't use, you know, combined arms to that way boost the performance of both infantry and armor together. Had he done that, I think Findeed would overall had a much stronger chance. But again, he kept sort of separating his armor from his infantry, whereas I, at the very least, tried to keep, you know, either more tanks close to my armor, or, you know, used infantry support that way, or keeping a sort of stronger unity that way. I think that's one of the things that sort of overall gave me a bigger edge, even with the Pershing out in the field. The half track, I think, also did help a lot there, allowing me to overall maintain a stronger position, making it hard for Findeed to push me off it several times there. So that also gave me an extended amount of strength, and again made me, much more durable on the front field. So again, a half track can be quite useful. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. Also, a big thanks to Khaled and Richard for supporting and donating to the Propagandacast and helping out the war effort. Most appreciated. And of course, this does allow me to keep casting and all that. So, do consider doing it yourself as well. But, anyways, thank you all. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, subscribe, like, share, and comment on it. This is ImperialDane signing off. Hope to see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Cheers.